This video is brought to you by the Turtle Flakes podcast. Turtle Flakes, the tasty breakfast treat that tastes just like pizza. Prepare to get shell-shocked.
Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and welcome to another episode of Totally Tubular Turtle Tuesday, the one show on my channel where I take a look at something TMNT related. So for this episode, I'll be taking a look at the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures from Playmates. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that all four turtles are showcased on new blister card packaging based on the Rise of the TMNT cartoon. Turning all four boxes around, we can see some great artwork from the animated series, as well as new bios for each turtle, and at the bottom, all the other figures from this lineup. So with the boxes out of the way, let's crack these figures open and see what we have inside. And here are the four turtles out of the boxes. And man, I will say this, these do have some pretty wild designs, and I think they will be fun for a lot of kids out there who love the wild colors and all the cool accessories. But for collectors, you may not really like these all that much because they do have some issues. But even with that, they are the Ninja Turtles, and I am proud to add them to the collection. So what are we waiting for? Let's take a look at the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. So, I will say this, I had to pick these up because I love the Turtles first and foremost, so I had to have this incarnation of them. The cartoon itself, hit and miss with me. I love the animation, honestly, it's a really fun, vibrant cartoon. I think it's enjoyable in that way, but it's honestly not the best incarnation of the Turtles we've ever received, and I've watched every episode so far, and I'm trying to stick with it, but it has its hit and misses. But anyways, so I'm going to take a look at these figures because, again, I do love the Turtles. So first, I'm going to start off with Michelangelo here. So in my opinion, Michelangelo does have one of the better designs as far as I'm concerned because his design fits his character perfectly. So he does have a little weapon right here stored just like so. And I've seen some people like store it like that or just store it like that and say it looks really awkward. I tuck mine back like so. And it seems to be out of the way, and it seems to be just fine, but it is kind of disappointing that we only get storage for one weapon, so that's a little odd. But the figure itself looks really, really good. I think the sculpting, all that looks really nice. I love the colors. I love that each turtle has its own individual skin tone. I love the fact that each turtle is a different species of turtle. Like, I believe Michelangelo is supposed to be like a box turtle, which is like your common like pet turtle basically and whatnot. And I think it looks really good. I love that they kind of incorporated his personality in this figure with things like these tagging markings, these spray paint markings on him and whatnot, especially on the show. Obviously, the figure itself is missing some paint apps and whatnot, but I do like that. The sculpting of the shell just looks fantastic. Looks really, really good. Love his little knee pads with a happy face right there and a little more like angry face or whatever that is. Looks very, very nice. The proportions, I think, look really good. He does come with a ton of accessories, and that's one of the good things about this. Michelangelo specifically, it comes with a lot of accessories. So with each individual turtle, we get two of these shuriken stars right here, these 3-point stars. So each turtle gets two of those, which is really nice, which is common for an initial figure. We get this broken staff right here with the little chain links like that. This is all one solid sculpt, and I love the translucent weapons with all four of these figures. I think it's really, really cool. So we get that, and then we get these two weapons right here, which is kind of like his nunchucks now, since he doesn't really use nunchucks anymore. So this one has a boxing glove, which is really nice, and this is with that little ball and spinning blade. The one thing I will say, he doesn't quite hold these as well as I'd like. You can see how kind of loosey-goosey he's holding that in the hand right there, and that goes for all four turtles. They do not hold their weapons good at all in either hand. Like, you can see how kind of just loose it is and whatnot, so that's disappointing. So they look cool and they will stay in there, but it's just not what I would personally prefer. So anyways, We also do get a skateboard, which is fantastic, very Michelangelo. Has a little T logo right there, and he can peg into that like so, and there you go. And I'll probably be displaying him on his skateboard, and the wheels do roll around just like that, so you can roll him around just like so. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. We also do get a sticker sheet with Michelangelo, which is very nice. Now, I've seen some people say like, oh, it's stickers for like the skateboard and whatnot, or you could put those on, Michelangelo, and you could do those things, but I kind of think this is initially just supposed to be graffiti in general, because Michelangelo is a graffiti artist in this version, which, it represents like the markings on his body and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that's what this is supposed to just be. It's just supposed to be his graffiti art, which is pretty cool. So I like that. I personally won't be using those, but it's pretty cool that we got those. And again, I really do think Michelangelo is one of the better designs for this series. And I've actually drawn all 4 of these turtles in my own version, in my own style. So here's Michelangelo, kind of just keeping them a little old school as far as the look of them goes, but still giving them the modern takes of their just design and whatnot. So I did that. So very cool. All right, now let's take a closer look at Donatello. I do like this version of Donatello, honestly. I really do like him in the cartoon. The only thing I don't like about the design is that they made his head like way too big. It's really awkward. Like, his head has a really large forehead. It's insane. It's like an 8 head, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty crazy. But the overall look is really cool. I love the paint apps on this figure. Love the purple and whatnot. I love the fact that each turtle has their own T logo on like their belt buckles, kind of representative of the old toys when they had their initials. But now each turtle has its own Universal Turtle logo like that, but with the green shell and the color coordinating T in the center, which is very nice. The the purple straps and whatnot, the knee pads and elbow pads, the guards and the feet and all that look really, really cool. I love that he has this little computer bracer right here, which is like his tech is, his little wrist computer, which is very nice. Head sculpt looks really good. His goggles look very nice. In the cartoon, that's like a red and blue, kind of like 3D glasses, but unpainted right here. So I might paint those up right there. He got his protective shell. This is actually a armored shell right here. You can actually pop this off like that and reveal his real shell, because he's supposed to be a soft shell turtle. So he wears this like armored protective shell to protect his actual soft shell, which is pretty cool. So that's very nice. Let's take a look at some of his accessories here. So again, we get the standard shurikens like that with all 4 figures. Again, we get his tech bow staff, which is very nice. I like this a lot. Very Donatello. Very cool. Mine came out a little warped, but you can fix that and just, even it out so it works out great. I love the translucent purple that they used for his accessories. This is the same tech bow staff, but it's kind of twirling around and whatnot like that, and done in this really awesome translucent purple. Just looks fantastic. I love that a lot. Same thing with the other figures. Like I said, he can hold the weapons, but they are pretty loose, and they can knock it out of the hands pretty easily. See what I'm saying? So they don't stay in there that well at all. And my forearm in this one is really loose, so that's disappointing. But you can get him to some really cool poses. You'll see pictures later on where he does hold it really nice, but I think it's a really cool accessory. We also do get his little drone, which is rad. I love the little drone character and whatnot, or little gadget, whatever you want to call it, which is very cool, done in the same translucent purple. This also tags into the back right here. You just clip that on like that, and that's how he kind of like flies around and whatnot. So very cool accessory in my opinion. I love that a lot. And just like Michelangelo, I did do a drawing of Donatello in my own style again, just kind of taking that older style and mixing it with this more modern look and doing what I did there. So very cool again. Alright, so now let's take a look at Raphael, which is apparently our leader now. Again, I don't like that. That's so weird. But I've heard that they're going to change that, and he just starts off as a leader and whatnot, and yeah. So anyways, so the figure again looks pretty cool. It looks accurate to the cartoon. He's not quite as big as he appears in the cartoon, which is pretty common when it comes to action figures from Playmates and whatnot. The scales are always a little off and whatnot, but still it looks pretty decent for the most part. We get the little bandage going across right there. We get a long bandana going across like this. I will notice he has yellow eyes, which is weird. Like, I don't really know if that's even like that in the cartoon. Like, if you compare it to like Leonardo, you can see the white of Leonardo's eyes, and you can see the yellow in Raphael's eyes. So that's a little weird and kind of throws me off a bit. I'm not sure if it's like that in the cartoon, but it's what it is. He does not have knee pads, and that's a little weird seeing his little knees like that, so it's awkward. Like, instead he has like these thigh wraps and whatnot. You got a little bandage and one, a little unpainted bandage right there, and the big spiked shell and whatnot, because he is a snapping turtle, which is pretty much like, I think Slash was a snapping turtle, right? Or Toko, one of those was a snapping turtle. But big spiked shell, that actually does look really, really cool and whatnot. He does come with his tonfas. And again, if you guys aren't too familiar with turtles, tonfas aren't exactly a new weapon with Raphael. I know most people identify him with his size, and obviously I do too, but it's not like these are something crazy wild new, and you know, it's nothing crazy. So he can hold these in his hand, but they just feel a little small, and he does have the better grip for his weapons among all four figures and whatnot, but they just don't feel like he holds them right. It's really awkward, and I really don't like it. I love the fact that he has holsters for both his tonfas like that on the side, which is very nice. I appreciate that. We got the red T logo like so, and that works out very well. So again, as accessories, we got those tonfas. We got the same stars with the other figures, and probably my favorite is these right here. These like big glowing flamed fists holding the tonfas. I think these are really, really cool. You can just put these on to slide right over the hand like so, just like that, and like so, and bam, he is just fully magic and powered up and ready to kick some butt. And I think it actually looks really, really cool. I'm definitely going to be displaying all my four turtles with these translucent weapons, because I think they make them stand out and whatnot, and they make them a lot more fun for your display. So I think that works out very cool. And again, as always, I did decide to draw Raphael in my own special way. Again, just kind of doing my own thing with him. And, you know, like I said, I was not a big fan of these designs, so I tried to do my best with them and make them somewhat respectable, kinda, sorta. I don't know, but there's Raphael. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my personal favorite turtle, which is Leonardo. Now, here's the thing. I love Leonardo. I'm a diehard Leonardo guy. He's not the leader anymore. He's actually identified as the trickster of the team, which is weird. You know, I always saw Leonardo as trying to aspire to be like Splinter and whatnot, but even Splinter in the cartoon's kind of a weirdo. He's kind of a goofball. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But anyways, the design, I actually do like the design of this character too. He's supposed to be like I forget what they call red-eared turtle, whatever. That's why he has these red markings across his face like that, which actually looks pretty cool, I think. I think it looks awesome. The mask, the eyes, all that looks fantastic. I love his belt strap, how it kind of goes across his chest like that and kind of hangs low with the pouches. I actually really do like that design. I think it looks really, really cool. He does have a little holster for his one sword here. Since he doesn't carry dual katanas anymore, he carries one big sword, which I believe is called the Hidachi sword. So that's actually kind of cool. I like that a lot. But like the other figures, he kind of holds it a little awkwardly, like it'll hold in there, but it doesn't stay and it's loose, so it's a little disappointing. I love his bracers right here and his feet wraps. Paint apps look really, really good. I do like that a lot. The sculpting of the shell looks fantastic. I love those markings right there. So anyways, accessories. So we got the star, again, just like all the other figures. We got his sword, nice silver painting, a little flat, which is a little more metallic, a nice little handle like so. Looks really, really good. He has his more magic powered up version of the Hidachi sword like that, and that nice translucent blue, which just looks freaking cool, and it's huge compared to the standard sword like that, so you can see the size difference of the swords and whatnot. And again, since this is a bigger sword, he holds this even more loose, so it's a little awkward getting him into some positions to hold it, and I've tried messing around with it and can kind of do two-handed poses a bit, but it's just not as good as I personally like. One thing I do like, it's pretty cool, he gets his own skateboard, and it's done in a translucent orange. I'm not sure why, but I guess because he's the trickster now and he's not the leader. I mean, why not him have some fun too? So that's pretty cool. It does have the rolling wheels just like the Michelangelo, which is very nice. So I really do like his accessories, and I like that a lot. So again, like the other turtles, I did Leonardo. He was fun to draw, since I really do like this design quite a bit. I think he came out a little better than the rest, in my opinion. So, I know not all people think that way, but I personally do. So, anyways, articulation. Head's on a ball joint, just rolls around like so, does turn left and right, does go up and down. Arms can go full 360 if you get them on the way of the shell. Up the bicep, single bend, rotate at the bicep, rotation at the wrist. We get these really awkward hip joints that Playmates does for some reason. I don't know why they don't just do ball joints. Blows my mind that these awkward, ugly hip joints they keep doing them. I don't get it. I don't like them. Just so dumb in my opinion. We got single bends at the knee as well as rotation at the knee. We got ankle joints, so you point the toe up and down and rotate. So all 4 turtles do have the same articulation. They're exactly the same. They just might be hindered in certain ways depending on the sculpt of the personal figure. But overall, they're all the exact same in their own little ways. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your TMNT comparison, here they are sitting next to the vintage 4 original Ninja Turtles. Also for your TMNT comparison, here they are standing next to the 2012 Nickelodeon Turtles. And just for fun, here they are standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures from Playmates. Now overall, I'm going to judge these strictly as action figures because I'm not a big fan of the cartoon and I'm not a big fan of the design. But still, they're a ton of fun. I can understand why a lot of people, especially kids, would love these things. They're brightly colored, come with lots of cool accessories, and the articulations is hit and miss depending on what you like. If you love the cartoon, you'll love these toys. If you love the design, again, you'll love these toys. They're not the Ninja Turtles that I grew up with, but this is the Turtles that we got now. So I think they're pretty decent for what they are. If you want them for your collections, then totally pick them up. If you don't, I don't blame you. But still, with all the cool things, make these for some totally tubular action figures, and I give these a rating of 3 Bat Bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.